Hello, I'm Chris Evans from UCL's Interaction Centre, or UCLIC, and I'm going to be talking to you about using Collaborate for teaching. In this episode, I'm going to be looking at how you can flip your classroom. In the traditional model of teaching, you use the classroom time to deliver content, typically by giving a lecture. You then set the class some kind of activity to do in their own time outside the class. Under the flipped model, the role of the class and the outside class activities are reversed. So you use the outside the class time to deliver the content, typically online, and you use the time in the class to help students apply their understanding. The key difference between the class time and the outside class time is whether or not you are present to help students learn. It doesn't matter whether the class is a face-to-face class where you're physically present, or whether it's a virtual class where you're meeting students online. So what should you do in your class? I'm going to give you 6 ideas to start with. Here's my first idea: group work. Divide up your class into smaller groups, let them go off and work on an activity for a period of time, and then return to the main room. If you're clever, you can get them to organise one person whose job it is to report back to the main class. Activity idea number 2, get the students to do a live quiz. By a live quiz, I mean one in which they interact in real time and it displays the results for the answers from the whole class. There's a couple of suggestions for tools that you can use this in the description below, but the one illustrated in this slide is Kahoot. It's a live quiz in which students not only have to compete to get the most number of questions right, but they have to do it against the clock. Idea number 3, get the students to carry out an experiment. Get them to go away and do something and collect some data. It might be a real physical experiment, something that they do in their own home perhaps, or it might be an online experiment where they use some software. Idea number 4, get the students to create a video. They love doing this and they're very good at it. You could set them a question to answer or a task to do and give them a length, a duration of the video that they need to create. Let them go away and do it and then come back and share selected ones with the class. On this slide, I've mentioned a particular platform called Flipgrid, where students can not only create videos, but they can comment on each other's. Idea number 5, just 2 to go now. Carry out a statistical test. If your subject area involves inferential statistics or descriptive statistics, get them to go and do something using a software tool like SPSS. They can then come back and share that data with the rest of the class. I've got loads of tips, but I've only got room for one more in this video. And here it is: interview a classmate. Get the students to go away and speak to other classmates and ask them questions and record the answers. It might be a role play activity where the interviewee pretends to play a particular character, or it might be a genuine question and answer session where they ask the other student about the subject matter. Once you've flipped the class and don't have to worry about delivering the content in the class itself, the sky is your limit. There are hundreds of things you can do with that activity time, and you can help the students put the ideas into practice and learn by doing.